Good afternoon, everyone. Giselle Calvillo here with MixFit SA, and I'm joined today with Coach Cam, and we're going to be doing a yoga stretch from the floor today. So all fitness levels, make adjustments where necessary, and just move in the ranges that are most comfortable. We're going to go ahead and begin here from the seated position. We've got 30 minutes on the clock, and we're going to do as much as we can do deep breathing and stretching within that time. Closing your eyes, placing the intent in the center of your forehead, placing your palms onto your knees. Tall through the top of the head, sitting up straight through your torso, belly to spine. We'll begin deep breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. We're going to go 3 deep breaths. Just kind of leveling the energy in your room, in the space, wherever it is you are. Trying to clear the mind and focus on the mat. Good. Now we're going to take a deep breath in. We'll take our hands over our head, reaching above us, lengthening out that torso. Deep breath in as we exhale. We're going to rotate over that right knee. T-spine rotation from a seated position. Make sure from here you keep, once again, tall vertical line through that torso. Shoulders down away from the ears. Round chest. We're going to hold here 3 to 4 deep breaths. And then coming back to center. Always resetting that spine, letting everything circulate back to a comfortable position. We'll take another deep breath overhead. Lengthening out once more. Exhale over the left side. Sitting up tall, chest up, shoulders back. 3 deep breaths. Excellent work. Let's go ahead and come back to the center. And we're going to go for a forward fold. So from here, if you need to make any adjustments with the legs, you can keep them nice and tight. Take them out to a wider diamond shape or straighten them. Take a deep breath over the head, extending through. And we're going to exhale, forward fold over that lap. Exhale. And allowing the weight of the upper body to fold forward and stretch that torso. Try not to push, tug, or bounce from this position. Just allow the natural stretch to happen and focus on your breath. And then as you come up, slowly tuck your chin into your chest, slide your shoulders back, stacking the vertebrae from the bottom of the spine to the top, and slowly coming back up to the seated position. Great job. Now we're going to go with extended leg for a crossover rotation. So taking one leg straight, one leg bent, we will cross it over. So taking our left foot, crossing it over the right. Then we're going to take that right hand up, lengthening out and taking the elbow over that knee, rotating for a slight deeper rotation of that spine. Chest up, shoulders back. And then from here, 3 deep breaths. Expanding the belly on the inhale and contracting the belly on the exhale. Then we'll release the legs, release that rotation. Take a deep breath in, shaking those legs out, and then we'll reach up overhead again, going into that forward fold. Comfortably folding forward, 3 deep breaths here. Just really getting nice length out of that spine and then twisting out that spine. Slowly rolling back up to the top. Good. Chest and shoulders last. Good. Crossing the opposite leg over, so this time we go right over left. Placing the right hand on the floor, reaching up with our left hand. Lengthening out as we exhale. That left hand over the right knee. Chest up, shoulders back. 3 deep breaths from this position. Job. Then slowly release that rotation. Extending out the legs, shaking them out. We're going to go one more forward fold. This time we're going to try to get a little bit deeper. So flexing those feet, pulling those hips apart, getting the seated bone flat to the floor, reaching up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. We'll take 3 deep breaths here. Once again, from the forward fold position, as you inhale, expand your abdominals. And on the exhale, contract your abdominals. This is a great internal massage for the intestines, your internal organs. One more deep breath. And then slowly rolling the spine once again from the bottom to the top. Excellent work. Now we're going to turn it over to all fours position. So taking our wrist under our shoulders, knees under the hips, we're going to begin with cross lateral plank. So taking our right hand out by our ear, pivoting, the toes on the right foot into the floor, stabilizing your balance. The left leg will come out, cross lateral, holding that line nice and tall, horizontal line, tucking that low back in, tall through the top of the head. We're going to hold 3 deep breaths. So we went from nice length stretch to a contraction here, now static hold and release. Then we'll take our first child's pose. Taking our knees as wide as the mat, we want to get a nice hip opener, reversing the toes, feet flat onto the floor. Tinted fingers walk all the way out to full child's pose. Forehead in the center of the mat, relaxing the elbows down. 3 nice big deep breaths here. Once again, contracting the abdominals and expanding the abdominals. Allowing the hips to open up by themselves, relaxing into every breath. Let's do one more deep breath in this position. Good work. Slowly coming back up to that all fours neutral spine. We're going to take a cross lateral plank on the other side. So flexing those feet, getting a nice hip distance in the hips and the legs. Extending out that left arm, we'll go by the bicep. Once we get into that position, we're going to extend out the opposite leg. Are we gonna have to pause here?
No.
Yes or no?
No.
Just hold here. Slowly come down. Child's pose. So do we hold that spot? I put it on airplane mode. I don't know why it's ringing. Sorry. Okay, we'll just go back to here. Cross lateral plank. 3 deep breaths. Then slowly release. Child's pose. This time we're going to take our knees just about hip distance apart, reversing the feet, and take a child's pose from here. This will give us more of a low back stretch. And forward fold. If this is not comfortable for you, by all means, yogi's choice, find a nice comfortable position for those hips or that low back. 3 deep breaths from this position. Awesome work. Coming back up to all fours. Now we're going to activate that plank, if you will, and our child's pose. So taking our knees about hip distance apart, we're going to fire back into that child's pose. And then as we forward fold into a very low plank. Beautiful. Coming back into child's pose. Rolling forward into elbow plank would be a start here. Nice adjustment, coming back. We're going to do 4 of these, so we have 2 more. And if you'd like more of a challenge and you've done these before, you can remove the elbows and come to a ninja plank slightly above here. Once again, yogi's choice. Breathing through that transition, engaging those abs. Rolling forward, holding that plank. Back to child's pose. And hold here, 2 deep breaths. Just a nice fire of that upper body, of the core, shoulders. Good. Chest muscles. Now we're going to come back up. Neutral position. We're going to go into our first downward dog. Reversing those toes. Taking those hips all the way up to the ceiling. Driving those hips back, heels back to the floor. Making the adjustments necessary on those feet and those palms. Driving the chest towards the thighs. Getting a nice back and lat stretch. Deep breathing. Then we're gonna go for a couple of hinges, dropping those knees, hinging into a fold, extending back for 4, down, 3, inhale, down, 2, exhale, down, 1, extend. Then we're gonna lift that right leg just slightly off the floor and bringing that knee down to the front. Good, crossing it over slightly for pigeon pose. Good, nice comfortable position, keeping the hips square, very good. If you can get a little bit deeper, taking that foot out to the side, maintaining that square line, you can come a little bit lower. Just be sure that when you're holding your body, hold that pose, that you maintain the stabilizers in the core and don't get too heavy in that low back, right over here. Again, hips stay square and make any adjustment necessarily there on the knee. Holding there for 3 to 4 deep breaths. Pulling the shoulders back, tall through the top of the head. Come back into plank. Holding that full extension plank, we're gonna lower down for a push-up release. Nice and slow. Release the hands. Coming back up. Downward dog. Extending out, lengthening. Once again, we've got 4 of those hinges, squats if you will. Dropping those knees, inhale, exhale. 4, 3, try to get a little deeper on that upper body each time. 2, pressing that chest towards the thighs. And 1, good, lifting that opposite leg, slightly driving that knee forward. Pigeon pose, other side. Pushing the ground away, fired in through the triceps, fired in through the chest here, proud chest pushing away. Once again, he's not totally low to the floor, but he's maintaining his square line. So keep that range, keep it in a safe position. 3 to 4 deep breaths. Then we'll reverse the toes in the back, slowly slide up, matching that other foot for that full extension plank. Lowering down that push-up release. Releasing the hands. Coming back up. Downward dog. Good, driving here. This time we get a little bit deeper. 4 of those squats, hinging the hips back, driving in. 4, 3, getting a lot of length in that back side. 2, and 1. Excellent, lowering the knees down. We're gonna take a child's pose. Yogi's choice, you can take it inside or outside the mat, wherever you're feeling most tight. Walking those tented fingers out, forehead to the mat. Once again, let that blood circulation reset, circulate through the low back and hips, upper body, expanding the abdominals on the inhale, contracting them on the exhale, pulling that belly button as tight as you can, 3 times, deep breath. Keep going while we're recovering here. Keep your breaths, keep that motion. What you're doing in this forward fold is we're getting that internal massage. We're working those internal organs, getting all those juices circulating. It's great rejuvenation for the body. Coming back up to all 4s. We're gonna come up and lift our right foot. Coming into like a kneeling runner stretch, if you will. And then we're gonna add a rotation here. So we're gonna rotate that T-spine open, windmilling our arm to the ceiling. Deep breaths here for 3. Once again, through the rotation. Contract on the inhale. Expand on the inhale, contract on the exhale. Good, bringing that arm through. We're gonna go into that plank from this position. Add a couple arm moves on top of each other. Let's lower down that push-up release. Lift those hands up, come back up. That right foot comes up. We're going back to that pigeon pose. Try to come a little deeper this time. Good. Pushing the ground away. Supporting the core and the low back by pulling those abs in. The opposite leg, the straight leg, is grounded into the floor. Deep breathing. Good. Reverse the back toes into the ground. Slowly come up to plank. We're gonna go for another push-up release. Come back up. Downward dog. Quick stretch. Good. Then we're going to drop down that knee. Come the other side. Runner stretch. Good. Tall through the top of the head. Pull those shoulders down and back as we rotate that arm to the sky. Open the chest. Belly in. Deep breathing. Good. After your 3 deep breaths. Coming back, we're going to take that leg. Go back to plank. Good. Push up, release. Back up. Left foot comes up, driving that knee forward. A little deeper here. Pigeon pose. Second round here. Beautiful work. Deep breath. Grounding the palms, the quad, the abs. 3 deep breaths. Reverse the toes, coming up into plank. We got one more push-up release here. Release the hands, back up. Good, downward dog. Driving the hips. This time we're gonna go for a cross lateral toe tap. So we're gonna go 4 each side, same side. So we'll go right hand, left foot for 4, begin. Excellent work. Opposite side. Take your time. Good. Now dropping those knees down, coming into a bear squat position. We're going to hold here for 5 deep breaths. Bear plank. Deep breath, firing the quads. Bringing the knees in slightly. Good, making sure they maintain one beautiful straight line here, as well as there. Once you get your 5 deep breaths, drop the knees, child's pose. Now we're gonna go for our child's pose to up dog. So from here, we're gonna drive forward on the elbows, driving the chest towards the floor, kind of like a snake. Coming upward motion, driving the floor away with the palms like we did with pigeon pose. Holding that up with our core, supporting the low back. Try not to strain with the neck, but pull back with your chest and shoulders. Then we're gonna drive back to the hips. Then we're gonna come into our low plank or ninja plank that we did our first round. Drive the knees back, exhale. Back again, child's pose, up dog, roll it through. Good, we've got 4, this is 2. Child's pose, low plank. Or ninja plank. Beautiful, back again. Up dog, child's pose, up dog. Child's pose, elbow plank. We've got 1 more, ladies and gentlemen. Keep moving, you're doing great. Child's pose, up dog. Child's pose, low plank. Child's pose. Woo! Nice work. Good. Take 5 deep breaths here. Let all that work recover. Relax the elbows. Relax the arms. Once you've got 2 of those 5 deep breaths out, and I mean slow, long, deep breaths, take your hands behind you. We're going to go for full shoulder recovery here. So taking the hands behind you and the shoulders relax. With those arms, palms up, and relax the face, relax the shoulders, relax your breathing, and this is full recovery here. So what we're going to do after this is we're going to put it all together, all we learned today. So 1 more deep breath. Let's go ahead and come up to all fours. We begin with that cross lateral plank. And we're gonna hold each one here for 2 deep breaths. So all fours neutral position. Let's go ahead and extend out that right arm, left leg, and hold. More deep breath. Good. Opposite side. Get those abs involved. And release. Good. From here, let's go down dog, taking it back. We're going to hinge into that squat 4 times, and let's begin. Get a little more length each time. Good. Coming down. Walk those knees in. We're going to go 2 deep breaths here on the bear plank. Adding that little mix in there as we did in the last little round. Drop those knees, child's pose. Ooh, nice little quick fire before we do a release. Great thing about this in yoga is all about the stretch and relaxation, but still keeping that heart rate up, getting a nice burn going. Coming back up to all fours. We're gonna go into plank. Good. Lifting up that right leg. And we're gonna drive that knee in for pigeon pose. Awesome. This time I want to walk the hands out a little bit, see if we can get a little bit deeper. If you're comfortable where you are, you can come to the elbows here, making sure that the shoulders stay back away from the ears. All the joints in alignment, hips are square. If you'd like a little more of a challenge and you have the flexibility in the hips, walk those fingers out. Forward fold over that bent knee. 3 deep breaths here. Slow and controlled breaths, slowly walking back with the hands. And we always want to come back to the landmark in which we began so we can reset that position. Then reversing the toes, slowly coming out into that plank, and we've got a push-up release. Lowering down slowly. Release those hands, coming back up. And we've got the other side, lifting that left leg and driving the knee forward. Coming down into a comfortable position, a little deeper. Slowly working your way to those elbows. Checking in, the shoulders, belly button in, deep breaths. A little deeper. 3 deep breaths here. And slowly walk it back up. Doing great. Reverse the toes. Into plank. We've got another push-up release. Lowering down. Back up. Good. Now that right leg comes back up. And this time we're going to go for full runner stretch with that back leg extended. Very nice work. If you'd like to set the knee down, that's always an option. Make any adjustment necessary. If you're feeling that length, let's enjoy it. Use it. Rotate through. Three deep breaths. Then from here, we're going to reverse our palm. Take it back behind. Get a little more of a chest opener, shoulder opener. Slightly deeper here. Lowering down the knee if necessary. Then windmilling those arms back into plank. Push-up release. Back up. And then that opposite leg comes back, replacing the left hand with the left foot. Shoulders down, tall spine. Stepping out. We got 5 deep breaths, so take 1 or 2 here. And then drop that arm back behind. Slightly deep chest opener. If you had a really tough workout, you're feeling tight, you can keep it into this position. Take it out to a straight arm, straight behind you, or all the way back. Then we'll windmill those arms again. Push-up release. Back up. Drop those knees, child's pose. Good. 2 to 3 deep breaths here. Then coming back up, we're going back into that bear plank, bear squat hold position. For 2 deep breaths, then we'll extend to downward dog. So let's bring it in nice and tight. 2 deep breaths. Shoulders down away from the ears, tailbone tucked under, extend. Let's go 4. A little tighter here. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Drop the knees down, child's pose. Excellent work. A little tighter on those bear squats. A little more fire of the quads. Now from here, we're going to go 4. A little bit faster, child's pose, up dog. Find your pace. Deep breath in, let's go. Back the way you came. Right here, lower back down, hips come back. 1 more. Hold it here, pull back. My fault. Good job, and back. Good work. Awesome. Now from here, 2 deep breaths, and same thing, we're going low plank. Child's pose, low plank for 4, quick and controlled. Let's go. One more. Beautiful work, child's pose. Good. Take the left hand, take it behind you. Right arm comes out, center line of the body. Reach, reach, reach. And hold 3 deep breaths here. Good. Now, walking, switching them out. Opposite side, left hand comes out. Far, far reach. Right hand comes back. And relax. Hold 3. Reconnecting with the breath in the gut. Expand and contract. All right, go ahead and come back up. Neutral spine, and we're going to turn it over. And we're going to end it off here on our back. So from the seated position, we're going to turn it over. Lying back. Hands to the side, hips up. We're going to go for a glute hold, glute bridge. And we're going to take our hands and try to clasp them underneath us. So let's go ahead and get our feet into a healthy position. Chest up, shoulders back. Low back into the floor as we lift into that bridge. And you can grab your ankles, your feet. You can clasp your hands. Or just kind of walk them in a little bit. And we're going to hold here for 5 deep breaths. Same as before. Really take a look at the belly. Expand on the inhale. Contract on the exhale. Holding here. I'm going to monitor Cam's abs here so we can make sure we're all getting that going on here. Expand, nice balloon here. Contract all the way in as deep as you can. Really bringing out those intestines, really bringing out into those internal organs. Great massage here, like I said. And then on the last one, relax the belly, relax the arms, but continue to hold that bridge. And then release. Ease into the chest, side to side. We're almost done, folks. Hang in there with us. Now we're going to go for a single leg. So, hands once again under the bottom. If you can take a clasp, take a clasp. Coming up to a glute bridge, you're going to walk that left leg into the center line of your body and lifting that right. Now we're just going to hold here for 3 deep breaths. Getting those abs involved. Slowly lower down, knees into the chest, side to side. Great work. I know for some of you guys out there, these moves aren't as comfortable. Cam's a great sport today, giving it a shot, hanging in there for all you guys. And hopefully this helps some of you out with a little bit of that tightness there. So opposite side, lifting those hips up, shoulders down and back. Get the lift, take that opposite leg, center line, give you a little more balance. Coming up, driving the heel, quad is engaged, hips are square. 3 deep breaths. Once you hit that spot, get those abs going. Good, drop down, knees into the chest, side to side. We're gonna ring that spine out one more time from the lying position. We're gonna go more low back this time. So taking our arms out to a T or a small V here. We're gonna cross over, lifting up the hips and coming onto the left glute, slightly tilting the hip. And then we're gonna allow those knees to fall over to that left side. Keeping the proud chest, shoulders down, pull that belly button in. Nice tall T-spine from this lying position. If you look down, your shoulder and your hip should be in one line. That's why we did the lift and the rotation, to keep that healthy spine. If you don't do the lift and protect that sacrum, then what you'll find is a line where your hips are over here and not straight. So just a little tip there. Before coming out of this stretch, unravel the feet first, then bringing the knees together, flattening out the spine, resetting, side to side. This is very important and great actually stretch for people with sciatic, low back, tight hips. Just gotta make sure we play it safe. So arms back out to the side. Let's run it one more time. Shoulders down away from the ears. Crossing over first, finding that healthy, safe, comfortable position. Some of you like a little more tighter cross, that's fine, but whatever's best for you. Lifting up, coming over to that right glute. Now we've got a cross here. And then we let those knees fall. Chest proud, adjust the upper body. As soon as you've checked in, grab into those abs. Activate. 3 to 4 deep breaths. We are wrapping it up. Great work. Good. Unravel those feet. Knees come together back to center. Tucking those knees right to left. Then we're going to rock forward and back. Try to come up all the way to seated position. Good. We'll turn it back around. Where we began the class to end the class. We didn't even get off the mat today. I think that was a successful stretch session. Hope you all enjoyed that. Go ahead and place our hands onto our knees. We're going to reset that mind here. Just kind of be thankful, grateful for our movement today. Let all that circulation back in a safe position. Deep breath in as we come over our head. One final forward fold. One big deep breath here. Pulling back from the bottom of the spine, slowly rolling up to the top. Thank you so much. Giselle and Cam with MixFit SA. We hope you'll join us again. We'll see you soon.